is escargot, just how like my mother made it. She's from the Troyes region of France, or Champagne region of France, from Troyes. And look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. So delicious. I'm going to show you how to make this. I'm going to show you how to make this and how easy it is. Quick, amazing appetizer. And anyways, watch this video. I'll show you everything about it. Thank you. Subscribe.
Bonne soirée, bon appétit. Oh, I'm making escargot. My mother would make this, and one of my favorites is escargot. So I'll show you how simple it is to make. If you never had it, try it. Try this recipe or go to a restaurant and try some escargot. They're delicious. They are snails, but they are so good. Butter, garlic, and parsley, just amazing. So in this recipe, you're going to need, for 4 people, you're going to need 2 dozen escargot. And you can buy them in the can. This is 4 dozen, so it's a bigger can. They come in, smaller cans come with 2 dozen in them. The bigger ones, 4 dozen. For 4 dozen, you're going to need 2 sticks of butter. So if you're doing just 1 can, 1 stick of butter. You're going to need 3 or 4 garlic cloves for the whole can, the big can. Half it if you're doing, just for 4 people. 1 shallot. The shallot's optional. My mother never put the shallot in it, but I kind of like to do it. I saute it just a little bit, and then I will bring it back into the mixture. The butter we're going to soften, and you will need plenty of parsley. You're going to drain the can, rinse the escargot, and right now we're just going to leave the butter out and let it come to room temperature, and then we will be back. See you soon. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the butter to soften, I'm going to take some parsley, and I'm just going to chop some parsley. I use a rocking motion. And I use about, I don't know, 2 tablespoons parsley. Or 3. I love parsley, so I probably add more than most people. Just try to chop this finely. Notice how I hold my hand. It gives the blade some steadiness, and I know I'm gonna cut my finger. All right, that looks pretty good. Nothing beats fresh herbs. If you can't get them, you can't get them. But if you can, it's best to use them. Anyways, now we're going to take our garlics, and the easiest way is I just cut the tips of them. I think I need to sharpen that blade. Sharp blade is important. So I'm just going to give it a hit, and I'm just going to peel that. Put it aside, peel that. This makes it a lot easier to peel. And what's neat about this is when we do this, and you give it a little tap, the oils in the garlic mix up with the rest of the garlic, making the garlic a little stronger. So if I just dice this, it would be more mild. Always keep your fingers in. And we're going to chop this up. Are you excited? We're making escargot. Pretty much how my mother makes it. This is my mother's recipe, except the shallots. It's the only thing I add. And of course, I can't make it exactly like her, so when she makes it, or my sister makes it, I get my mom's version, which is always a treat. I know it sounds silly, but yeah. All right. Now, a little tip. Use a European butter. And the reason why it has a higher, more creaminess to it. And the flavor transfers into this escargot. It really does. So I'm going to finish doing these garlics, excuse me. But, oh, I got a lot of garlic here. Let's get that into there. Okay, and let's cut this shallot. And you know what? I'm not happy with my knife here. So I am gonna much better. Grab a different knife. Now this shallot, I'm just gonna slice it very thinly. And of course peel it. But I'm just gonna give it a little cut there. Oh, I wasted a lot of it, but on a video it's hard. No big deal. I can come back and chop it, but to move things along, I just want to show you how to. Now, you can cut it in half so it's easier to grab, and it's more steady instead of rounded. So if you do it that way, you hold it like that, and then you come across and rock in motion. Remember, keep your fingers in. And slowly take your time. You're not a chef, so it's better to take your time if you're a beginner. Now I bring this across, and I come across again. Not a beginner, do it however you want. All right, let's finish this guy off. Nice slices out. You're probably asking, why are you using a shallot versus onion? And are there differences between onions? There really is. For example, a white onion kind of blends and is a little sweeter. A yellow onion will hold its form better when you're cooking it. So if you want the onion to disappear, you would use a white onion. And if you wanted more mild, if you wanted to be more pronounced, like French onion soup, caramelize that sucker, then you'd use yellow onion. Shallots is a more intense, but in my opinion, less intense than a yellow onion or a white onion. I don't know. It's more milder, I think. All right. So I got this nice and diced. I'm going to drop a little oil. Ding. Almost out of oil here. I don't need much. I need to fill this up. There we go. There. And we're just going to saute that just lightly till it becomes translucent, and I will add it into the butter. So I rinsed my escargot, and I have it aside. I cut my parsley, and we'll be back when the shallots are cooked and the butter has softened, and I can show you how to mix it. It's really simple. And then we will load these. And the beauty of this is that you can have everything on here ready to go, put it in the fridge, and when your guests come, simply pop it in the boiler, bubble it up, and ready to eat some amazing escargot. So we'll be back. I forgot to mention, I like to add a little wine, white wine, dry white wine to the shallots. And as they soften, just gives it an extra little punch. Wonderful. You can also use brandy. Now, there's I'm going to move the camera. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll take a close-up for you.
Okay, so you notice how the shallots, after adding the wine just a few minutes, they are turning that beautiful color. I do not want to burn them. So I'm watching this on low heat very carefully, just saute them gently, and that's about ready. So we'll pull that out and add it into our beautiful mixture for our beautiful escargot.
Okay, we're back. Butter is softened, it's ready to go. Now, containers to use for your escargot. You can use the shells, the actual escargot shells. If you go online or stores, they'll sell it with the escargot. Or you can buy some of these. I find these super easy to use, and especially if you love escargot like I do, and do it all the time, especially in the winter. And yeah, by the way, look behind me. Our first snowfall in Chicago on Halloween Day. Isn't that crazy? That's early for us. But anyways, so we have a snowstorm going on out there. So what a better day to have escargot. But you can also use puff pastries. You can be inventive of what containers you could use. And in the future, I will show you some variations of making escargot. One of my recipes is using a puff pastry, and I'll show you how to do that. But in the meantime, let's get busy mixing our beautiful butter with our garlic. And what you're just going to do is mix this, and mix it, and mix it, and mix it, till it's nice and mixed. So look at that. Give it a nice mixture, right? Now don't forget to season. You're going to need a little salt. I'm using sea salt here. Good pinch there. And I'm going to use a little black pepper. Not too much. I'm going to mix that in. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, wash your hands or put gloves, and I'll show you the assembly. It's very simple. Take one of your containers. Now, if you have a shell, the escargot shell, follow the same procedure. Got to use your hands though. There's no other way. You're going to dip the escargot into your mixture, and you're going to take a little more, and you're going to make a little ball. And if you put it in the shell, that's how you do it. You just put it in the shell. But you go like that. So a little mixture, and then you go. The sauce. So make sure you have a lot of bread. Because my family, our favorite part, well, not favorite part, but one of the great parts too, was to soak up that butter and garlic. Oh my gosh, and the juices from the escargot. Beautiful. So now I'm just gonna top that, massage it in. Just make sure I have a nice covering on my escargot. Take a little finger and I'll show you what that should look like. There we go. Beautiful. So it should look completely submerged. Now, make sure you don't have butter to the sides there. There we go. Push it in. Like that. Okay. Now, like a ding dong, I forgot to have a napkin handy, but I'm going to do all these, and I'm going to put them in the fridge. And when my guests arrive, sit down, they have a cocktail, I'm ready to do my entree. I'm going to have that broiler going, put it in the broiler. It takes three minutes, maybe 4 minutes at most. Be careful, it's really hot. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll be back.
Escargot. Simple, easy, wonderful. Look how it turned out. Broil it till it's bubbly. Serve it while it's hot. Be careful not to burn yourself. Bon appetit, bon soleil. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Like if you liked it. I always respond to comments. Take care. Bonsoir.